Yeah, I got a story to tell. I know they want me to fail. If they throw me into a cell, I know wife, she paying the bill. Cause I can afford to be quiet. My city is dying, the children are crying. Be alert, not devour. The enemy's prowling you just like a lion. But we got the keys, I promise you. Hold on to the peace inside of you. No, I'm not alone. You're not alone. You got an army who follows you. It's time to rise up. Leave your
Oh, everybody turned on me. They lined up. They was lined up around the corner.
Okay. All right. So people turned on you, but you said your friends stuck by you.
Oh yeah, my friends stuck by me. But the criminals, they lined up around the corner. They never seen me before in life, and the feds didn't care that they didn't know me. Here, you know him? Yeah. And he the one that sold you some drugs? Yeah, he sold it to me. Didn't he sell it to you on the 31st of June? Yeah, he sold it to me. And that's how the script went. So
what you're saying is that the things that we may read, because I mean, if you type in who is Gilbert Dowdy, there's a Rolodex of things that say who this man is, right?
Yeah. Like I said, there's a lot of it's true.
Okay.
But
so there is truth to some of the articles and different things that you may read.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now, me having an army of 250 guys, that wasn't true.
How many did you have?
Let's just say I had 250.
Okay.
And me owning property over in Israel, my holy land, that wasn't true.
Just only property that you own was in the United States?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, so there's a lot of things that wasn't true.
Okay.
You know.
Tell me about the first day that you went to the feds. What was that like? You're 41 years old. You making some of the most money that you've ever made. You know what I'm saying? And then now your freedom is taken. Cause I mean, did they arrest you at the fire station?
No, I was at home.
You was at home. Okay. So at this time you got 15. How many years on the job at that time?
17.
You had 17. Sorry, I missed counting. I did a little research, right? All right. So you had 17 years on the job, and so now you go to prison. What was that like? Can you paint the picture for us?
Everything just stopped. You know, when you go to prison, it's like going into a vacuum. Everything stops right there. Until you get out, then it starts all over again. You know, life starts again. But when they arrest you, everything stops, and that's where you at. The reason that I made it in prison was because my every waking hour was trying to get me out of there. Period. That's why I never had any problems in prison, because I was always in the library trying to get me. I'm trying to get me out of prison.
When you say in the library, tell me more about that. What were you
jailhouse lawyer.
So your own jailhouse lawyer, or you're representing other people as well?
Well, they tried to. I helped a couple of guys, but basically I was just for me.
For you?
Yeah.
So excuse, I mean, so let's just be transparent. So you're doing criminal activity. You selling mounds of cocaine.
Yeah.
You living a life that people probably dreamed about, and you get in prison, then now you're trying to get out.
Right.
Help me understand, because I mean, we know, for the viewers that don't know, there's only two styles or two walks of life or two end results when you choose that life. It's dead or in jail, right?
That's the only two I can think of.
Right. And so some of the other guests that's appeared on the show, some of them talked about like it wasn't a badge of honor per se, or maybe it was a badge of honor.
Well, I wasn't going to let people know that I'm selling drugs, so you know it's definitely not a badge of honor.
Okay.
You know, this is supposed to be undercover. You know, if you out broadcasting that you're doing something illegal, then naturally people gonna come after you. The police gonna come after you. People gonna hate on you. We didn't do that. But
to some degree, you say, so you didn't broadcast it, but you're driving a Rolls Royce. So you're thinking that they're thinking like, okay, maybe he's driving this because he has all these properties. Is that what your mind frame was?
No.
Tell me what your mind frame was. Like, how did you want people to interpret what you were doing to get this money?
Yeah, see, and that's what the feds was trying to figure out. What's he doing to get this money?
Right.
You know, well, when you got 2 jobs, and on the fire department, I had 2 jobs. I started out fire department and worked for Brinks. You know,
I mean, let's talk about money though, because the fire department, you making how much a year?
And when I got arrested, I was making $45,000 a year.
Okay, $45,000 a year on the fire department. At Brinks, you're making how much?
Oh no, I was done with Brinks. That was but it was like, you know, the money. Like Dave Ramsey will tell you, pay yourself first. I paid myself first. Before anything, I paid me. So if you look at my finances, you know, you'll see that I paid me first. And you'll see that I worked. I had a job. When I leave the fire department, I'd go to the other job, to the construction job. So, you know, but when I played hard. Yeah. You know, my partner used to tell me, I said, well, I'm gonna get this. He said, possess it. That was my, he told me to possess it. But that was, you know, it's just like, you got a Cadillac. Don't nobody say, well, where do you get this Cadillac? You know, but.
So you were hoping to, despite all of the necessities or despite all of the luxuries that you afforded yourself, you felt you wanted to just fly under the radar. You tried to fly under the radar, and there was no way that you were doing that with how you were living, because the two just didn't match up, right?
No, it didn't match up.
Okay.
But everybody else was doing the same thing. You know, everybody else was trying to do the same thing, you know?
Yeah.
When I came out in that Excalibur, that really sent them over the top. Right. Know? So we got, you know, the cars. The very first way that people tell, the first thing they say is, you know Gilbert? No. Yeah, you do. You know he's the guy that drives that red car. And that's how they identify black people, by their cars. So, you know, 2 of the Rolls Royces I had never seen, well, one of them, never well seen, it did come to Kansas City. Shit.
So you had stuff all over the place. You had stuff in Florida, you had stuff in Vegas.
Yeah, the one was out in LA. I forgot it, but one came back. The only reason I brought that car back was it was Thanksgiving and I couldn't get on a plane. So we had to drive back. And the only thing I had to drive back was that Rose. So that's the only reason it was in town. Other than that, the other one never seen Kansas City.
But why though? Why?
Because I'm needed out there. I needed it in California, but it never.
The reason I ask you is that, and I might be pushing you a little bit, but I'm trying to think of a movie, and maybe the audience can help me out. One of the biggest guys in the drug game, he didn't get caught until his wife bought him this luxury, this fur coat, right? And then they sitting in front of people that is known to be making big money or whatever the case may be. Then this guy became a part of the on the radar for the feds, right? What's that movie called? American Gangster, right? And so I think about in that regard, like, you know what I'm saying? I felt like, and maybe I misunderstood the movie, but I felt like he was able to fly under the radar because he didn't have the Rolls Royce and didn't have these things, right? And then he met up with a girl that had a little flavor for a little luxury, right? And then she started buying him stuff, and then the feds is like, now hold on, who is this dude? They didn't even have their eye on him. Yeah. So my question to you is that I understand that you might have wanted to fly under the radar, but you were buying things that weren't afforded to our people, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
And I'm just making sure we're on the same page.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
pretty
saying?
much, you know, my guru told me that too. He said, don't do that.
And why didn't you listen? Is my question.
Because you know how when you think you know everything and you're hard-headed, you think you try to justify stupid things that you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did some stupid things and I tried to justify them, you know. But
What kind of regrets does Mr. Dowdy have?
I put a lot of people in harm's way. I pulled a lot of people into the game unnecessarily, and I shouldn't have never done that.
Thank you for listening, and join the movement at Let's Talk Shop. We are changing the community one conversation at a time. If you want more content like this, please like, subscribe, and share our page at Let's Talk Shop KC. May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, Lord, my rock and my redeemer. Until next time.